Okay, I'm Major General Retired Brian Watson. I'm the president of Army Engineer Association. We're out here at Regimental Week, and one of the key features of Regimental Week is that we have an opportunity to bring industry in, and we do two things. Number one, we start giving them their feedback about as they rub elbow with soldiers about what's working out there, what's not working out there. All of these partners are focused on supporting the soldier out at the pointy end of the spear. But then the other thing is they get us kind of excited, kind of inspired about what is coming next. And so I'm out here with Trimble. And so Scott, you want to talk about, introduce yourself and then a little bit about Trimble and what do you do?
Yeah, thank you, sir. My name is Scott Stelzer. I'm with Trimble. I really head up our DoD sales efforts. Okay. So I make sure that we understand what our DoD clients need, what their needs are, what their missions are. And we really try to make sure that they can accomplish their missions and do it as safely as possible. It's really our driving goal.
Yeah, so every engineer knows the name Trimble, but can you kind of describe what are all the areas? I mean, Trimble is into a lot of different sectors.
Yeah. We like to say that Trimble is connecting the physical world and the digital world.
Yes, perfect.
Right? And we do that in a number of areas: construction, geospatial, and then actually trucking and farming. Not as applicable here, but we say the dirty boots areas, right? We're a tech company, we're not a Microsoft, we're working with the dirty boots areas. So on the construction and geospatial sides, which are the sides that the DoD is really involved with, those software and hardware tools that we offer, we deal with things like land surveying equipment, traditional land surveying equipment like optical total stations, but also newer technology like laser scanning, mobile mapping, things like that. So GPS is kind of where our foundation was, right? Our founder, Charlie Trimble, back in 1978 bought some patents, and he's really the guy who brought high precision GPS to the market. So that's what we got.
Yeah, so what are some of the things out there in the field today that soldiers would begin to recognize that there's Trimble equipment, and then can we talk about when they see an issue with that equipment, how do they get word back that, hey, this is not working or we're having some problems? How do they begin that professional dialogue with you guys?
Absolutely. So the things that are fielded right now are total stations. We have some older models out there, the 5600s. Those are actually being modernized right now to the S7 robotic total station. We also have our GPS gear out there, our 10s, our 12s, our 12Is. Those are all out there as well. And those are, sometimes people talk about the yellow boxes, right? Trimble is known for our yellow, right? If people need help with things, they can get a hold of me. They can reach out to me. They can reach out to Jeff Brinkman, our geospatial sales rep, who's been working with the Army for years and years and years. And so we're happy to take care of any issues that come up.
Good. And so, where is it all going? I mean, so as we watch, industry in general, the construction industry is always ahead of where the Army is. We just can't afford to get the latest technology. But what are some of the things that you see that are beginning to migrate themselves out of the industry and then really become part of our formations and how we do business?
Well, I think that the two words that we hear a lot right now are autonomy and robotics, right? So when we talk about autonomy and a blend of the two, we have something like Spot. This is Spot the dog. This is a platform, right? We have a partnership with this company, Boston Dynamics. They make Spot the dog, and we can put, for instance, our laser scanner on top of there. Spot can go out and actually do surveying on his own, either guided by a soldier, or actually we're working on the next phase, which is going to be autonomous surveying. So these are the sorts of things that are coming. Some of them are already here. Laser scanning, which is not being fielded right now in the Army, is a way of collecting a lot of data very quickly. And so this is something that we're talking about with a lot of
so through LiDAR and you'll be able to do
terrestrial LiDAR, mobile mapping, you put it on top of your Humvee.
Yeah, so last year, Spot was here, and in, I don't know, maybe 90 seconds, did a quick, tour around another field house here and mapped the whole thing, LiDAR, 3D image. It was phenomenal. And although that's here at Nutter Fieldhouse, I began to think about if I was down on a bridge site, if I was doing a bridge reconnaissance, the ability for me to have a autonomous or semi-autonomous sensor that could collect that kind of data, beam it back to my headquarters, and say, okay, now let's think about how we've got to either structurally improve this bridge or even do bank impressment for another, putting in another bridge. It's phenomenal, and you see all that coming soon.
Absolutely, and Trimble spends a lot of money on research and development, and we are working on projects in the areas that you mentioned right now in terms of bridge inspection, using Spot to do some of those sorts of things. These are all things that are being worked on right now. This is not in the far off future. These are things that are coming down the pipe.
Yeah, and all engineers know that out on a construction site, you've got to have some level of precision about your site in order to make the plan to either build what you're going to build or mitigate, the way the terrain is affecting the operation.
Yes.
But we can't get that from maps. So being able to on site gather that data, really important. How do you see the capability that Trimble brings, and then how is that going to integrate now into other systems? Because it seems like everybody is beginning to create their own system. They don't all talk with one another, but Trimble is able to not only integrate this on a construction site, whether they've got cat dozers. I mean, we're able to bring all the system of systems together. So who does that in Trimble?
So we partner with a lot of those groups that you just talked about, CAT and other, heavy iron manufacturers, as well as other technology providers, maybe sensor providers. So we are working with others to let us do what we do the best, let them do what they do the best, so that we can make everything talk. And so we do a lot of that. And even being here at AEA is a fantastic opportunity for us because we get to talk with a lot of our partners.
Yeah, so last time we had not put a sensor on something, and we ran a little experiment right here, and it came out, it was amazing.
Yeah.
You took a sensor package, it wasn't configured for Spot.
Yeah.
We were able to integrate it right here within, 2 or 3 hours, figure out how they could talk to one another, and then off she went. It was amazing.
Absolutely.
Hey, so Scott, thanks for all you do. Thanks for always being focused on the pointy end of the spear for where soldiers are. And Trimble, what a great company and what a great partner for us here at Army Engineers Association.
Thank you,
very
sir.
much.
Appreciate it.